Good afternoon, people. Um, I am overwhelmed. I am in my feelings. Really, I don't know how to feel because it's like, here we go again. Here we go again. Sometimes I wish that I could zap myself out of this plane, off this planet. Everywhere you turn is something going on, some kind of chaos amongst the people. I cannot think of a reason why black and whites just can't get along. Or should I say, some black and some whites just can't get along. I've been preaching to the people. I've been fighting for the people, boots on the ground for my people, and it's just a battle. We just cannot win at this point in time. Maybe in 30, 25, 40, 25, 50, 25, 60, 25, 70, 25, things will be different. And it will be. It's just not here and now. The best that I can say is we know what it is. We try to stand against them. We try to fight against them. We're strong in numbers, but for some odd reason, they manage to wiggle out of our hands. The young man whose video has gone viral, the 22-year-old male that was stopped, pulled over because his headlights were not on, according to the officers. Son, you know you didn't do nothing wrong. They know you didn't do nothing wrong. And you try to stand your ground against those officers on the side of a highway, it appears to be. It took courage. And I'm not stripping that away from you. It could have been worse than what it was. But I am glad you're here to tell your story. You know, this is something that my sister have been telling me throughout the years. You have to pick your battle. Get out the car, show them a license, which you didn't have, and see they're painting a picture. Oh, he pled guilty to not having a license and um resisting arrest without like being physical. Punched twice, knocked to the ground, busted window, busted mouth, busted tooth. You know, we know that the cops, some, are tyrants, overzealous, racist, all of that. We know we got the black cops that is going through black fatigue and they're showing out for the white cop and they stress and they're tired and they're taking abuse and all this other stuff, but they're not going to tell you that or show you that. You know, when it comes to them, you have to fight them another way. It's not about being scared. It's not about your rights because you have none. So we need to stop saying we know our rights. No, you don't. You have none. Okay. You got it on tape. Take the ticket for driving without a license. I'm going to say this. He was resisting calling for a white shirt, and you wrong too. Why are you behind a car knowing that an officer can pull you over at any given time? We know that the officers will pull us over for bullshit just because driving while black. Who do not know that? And now you're traumatized, you distraught, you having nightmares and all this old stuff allegedly. You know, it could have been avoided. Hey, officer, I don't have a license. The worst thing that could have happened, the worst thing that could have happened was them impounding your car. That was the worst thing. The minor thing would have been, you cannot move this vehicle. Someone with license need to come. That's the minor. The many would have been, take this ticket. And then anything after that, you got it on tape, sue for harassment or prejudice or whatever. And you could have had your teeth, you could have had your lips, you could have had your window, all of that. We don't need another hero, America. Now you standing up there with Crumb looking like you finna cry. You better listen to Michael Jackson's song from The Wiz. You can't win. It's not set up that way. It is not set up that way. It's like we're fighting and we Black Lives Matter and we Black Panthers and we Pan Africans and we the new Black Panthers, and all of that shit is going nowhere. The United Front, which I joined that years ago, and there too they were talking about marching and going to the courthouse supporting. We need to do more than that. But we can't. We don't have the backing. We don't have the power. And it just takes me back to the biblical ancient times when God's spirit was not upon the people. When God's hand is not on the people, you're not going to win the battle. God's hand is not with the people. And it is just so sad that we're praying to this God. We're paying tithes to this God. You're worshiping this God. You're communing with this God. You're worshiping, you're praising, you're falling out, you're walking pews, you're jumping on tables, you're doing all of this. But his hand, his spirit, I believe, is not with us when it's time to stand up and fight the enemy. We're losing. We're losing our soldiers, men, women, and our children. Stop fighting the man. Just stop it. If we are to be in servitude, then that's just what it is, and it's nothing we could do about it. Oh, we got to turn back to God. Well, all of us, because if my memory serves me right, when Moses came back down from the mountain and saw the Israelites cutting up, they had a choice. You either gonna follow God or you're gonna worship these other gods, these calves, these golden calves. And the ones that didn't want to follow, God opened up the earth and swallowed them. So all of us is not gonna follow God. But the ones that do, make a way for them. I'm just saying. All of us is in this thing together. Just watching several videos today where I'm watching black men and women and children being harassed, unlived, and beaten by white people. This been going on since I've been born. I've been hearing about this, and it's been going on for ages. It is what it is. You're fighting a battle that you cannot win, that we have not won. All the ones that came before us, the Huey P. Newton, the Jeff Fords, and who are Malcolm X and Dr. King and your Marcus Garveys, your Bob Marleys. Who is that other cat that they killed in Chicago? Caught him in the bed. What was his name? That one. They kill them all. They kill them all. So we got sense enough to know, oh, don't stand up because they'll kill you. I don't want to leave because they'll kill you. Yeah. They will exterminate your ass and no one will get arrested and you will not be found. Honey, where is Jimmy Hoffa? Poof. Do what these white folks tell you to do. When it comes to the police, I ain't worried about the Karens and the Kens right now. I'm talking about authority. Not just the white ones, the black ones too. You know you cannot drive an expensive car. You just can't be behind the wheel of a or an expensive car. You can't do it. If you are going to drive, I don't care if it's a beater, a bucket, to a expensive car, make sure you're legit. That's how you're going to win against the man, to make them feel foolish. Then they're going to try to find some bullshit on you, but cover your bases. You have to outsmart them. You have to outthink them because that just seems like the only way for us. Trying to go toe to toe with them, that's not working for us. It's not working for us. You're telling me the black lady from New York get her ass whooped by some Hispanic men. I'm going to say beat the fuck out of her over a parking spot. And you have I'm going to say a militant group, a Pan-African group of men and women posted out in front of their door. Are you crazy? You go the fuck in there and drag them motherfuckers out. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You standing out there knowing damn well they're not coming outside. No, you go in and get them motherfuckers. They're in the window. Just assume you know what apartment to go to based on where their window is. And you kick that motherfucker down. You have video. Call the police. And you standing out there with a bullhorn talking about you're not going to beat on our black women. Well, they did. And y'all didn't do nothing about it. That type of shit we don't need. They were welling on her. And then she want to stand there like, oh, I'm this big burly woman. It took a lot for them to knock me down. The way I see them mother suckers was welling on her. Black men don't even protect black women. What race do not know that we are the least protected? Yeah, she's so strong because we have to be. Wow. Moving on. The 6-year-old black girl that unlived the police for attacking her mother. Huh? A baby. A baby. Know how to use a firearm. Are you kidding me? I've seen adults shoot a pistol and fall back. But a 6-year-old baby aims at a officer eyeball, headshot, flatten him out, saving her mother who was unconscious or on her way of being unconscious. An adult would have just sat back and looked and watched, knowing the itchy was in the glove compartment. I took in so much today to where I need to detox. And I don't like when this happens. I just sit here and binge, and every video is about somebody being unlive. Women, men, children, family, siblings, friends, best friends, and officers. There's an officer involved somewhere. When an officer pull you over, you better be the nicest and the most sweetest thing that can be. Sadly, that's where we are now. And when you get out in them streets, comply. And I know some of them are difficult. I know some of them, talk harsh and their tone. I got it, I understand. But I have a situation. I got pulled over in Alabama leaving Orange Beach. I was down there at the bottom. He came to my car really nasty. Oh, you could tell he was one of them. But my attitude, because I hear the tone, I see the facial expressions, I picked up on he's one of them. Asked me if I was drinking, was I still drunk? Because I told him I I was at my friend's wedding the night before. I'm heading home. Asked me if I was still intoxicated. Was I drinking? Officer, I don't drink. And I believe he mentioned something about marijuana. Do I smoke? I don't smoke anything. When the last time you had a drink? I said I don't drink. I don't drink. And I was polite about it. And I was smiling. No harm here. No trouble here. This is not the time for that. It never been the time for that, to fool with police like that. The only time I can remember police being cool and we were taught that they were officer friendly was in the 80s. I don't know about the 70s, but I do know the 60s and the 50s, watching videos and talking to family and friends, they weren't officer friendly. History repeats itself. So we're back in the era where they're no longer officer friendly. We, the civilians, have to be friendly. And see, we so quick to say, I know my rights. You don't know your rights. You don't have any rights. You want to know what rights you have and who you are in this America? I advise you to look at the Constitution, look at the Bill of Rights, look at all the amendments, look at all of them paperworks and see where you are on that. Last I know, we were cattle, we were livestock. We're so many percentages of a man. You know, you don't even know who you are. You don't even know where you from. You don't even know who your peoples are. So how the hell can you say you got rights? When you have a birth certificate and a social security card and a rent. So, no, you're absolutely nothing. And that's how they view us, and that's how they treat us. Is sad. It's wrong. But that's just what it is. And that's what it has been. And anyone that wanna, go against what I said, I need to know what you got, what you're doing, how you getting along, because a nigga is a nigga. You're not exempt. Your money, your status, your degree, your affiliation does not make you exempt. When I think about the movie 12 Years a Slave, that man was up north, well to do, had a family, job, looked good, everything. Somebody got a hold of him and they brought his ass south. They didn't care about his status. They didn't care about his family. They didn't care about his education, his money. He was well to do. All of that went out the window. Huh? They don't care. What do they call them? Uppity niggas. They got something for you. Do what you know to be right, whatever that means to you. But I sure shit in the hell would not try to challenge authority. I would not personally try to challenge authority. Ken and Karens, fuck y'all. But authority, you need me to get out my car, I'm going to step out my car. You want insurance, license, registration, here it is. You want me to take a breathalyzer? Yes, I can. You want me to walk the line? Yes, I can. If you want me to stand on one leg and rub my belly and pat my head, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. And once when I do that, I'm going to do it with a smile, tell you to have a nice day. And then I'm going to take my little video and show it to whomever I'm supposed to show it to. And I'm going to fight you that way. I'm not going to have no broken bones. I'm not going to have no punches. No one's going to be planning my funeral because I'm going to comply and I'm going to be legit with it. And that one man, black man who was driving that nice car, who got pulled over by a white officer, was trying to think of everything he could to get this man arrested. And once when they saw that the man was squeaky clean, that's when it said they tried to plant drugs on him. And it was caught on camera. That's how the fuck you handle that shit. I'm going to do every test. I'm going to produce every kind of paperwork. And once when that is over, then I'm going to take my information, my camera, my video, my social media, whatever evidence you have, and show it to the people who it needs to be shown to. That's how you handle that. You shouldn't have to end up like Rodney King. Beat the fuck up, beat the fuck down. You shouldn't have to end up like Sandra Bland because you're trying to prove a point and stand up against authority by yourself. That is my message. Until next time, love yourself, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself.